Hey everyone, my name is Harry. Today we're going to talk more about the 5th generation wireless system, or better known as the 5th gen mobile technology, or even simple call the 5th gen. Basically, this 5th gen, what's the difference between the previous 4 generation that we have previously? They say that the 5th gen is going to have an more intelligent technology into cores and try to interconnect entire world without limit. Basically, they're talking about an AI in every single technology that we're saying right now. And basically, they say like the 5th generation is gonna introduce like a whole new multi-path data path scheme for real wireless world. Basically, they're talking about WWW, which more translate to wireless worldwide web. And without further ado, let's dig into the key concept that we have. So the key goal of the fifth generation is a significantly faster data speed. So right now, the 4th generation network that is capable of achieving the download speed of 1 gigabyte per second. But to be honest, only 20% of that can be having it's on average speed. So we're talking about like a 20 megabyte per second. However, in the 5th generation, they're gonna significantly increase to like a 10 gigabyte per second, which at give and take to 20% that we have right now, is gonna be 2 gigabyte per second. So imagine how fast that would be if you're downloading like a HD movie. So it would take about 6 seconds if you have a 5th generation technology. And as a drawback for the 4th generation, you have about an hour to download every single thing. That's long. So right now we're also talking about an ultra low latency for 5th generation. As for right now, the 4th generation, the latency rate is about 50 millisecond, and as a latency rate, that means like data packet switching between a database and a device. And the 5th generation is gonna reduce about like 1 millisecond. Imagine how fast that would be if, for gamers out there, you would know what 1 millisecond means, because like you're talking about switching frame by frame every single millisecond. So you're talking about how fast your graphic would just go by frame. And for driverless car, some of us that worry about out there, you were talking about switching the information in the car and your surrounding environment to the database server in the company. So basically, what they're talking about here is like, if you're gonna have an update every single millisecond, that you would just have the car start braking when you see like the car in front of them start braking. So basically, there was sense that minor degree of differences. So that's one of the key crucial that the driverless car have. And then there's a project out there for an industrial application. There's a project out there saying that the worker is gonna strap on like an Oculus Rift remotely and try to remotely control like a heavy machinery in like a safe distance. So basically, what that means is like another level of safe environment for the construction field. So basically, and everyone would be safe while working on the construction and not worry about being crushed by this heavy machinery. And the 5th generation is talking about like a connected world. So basically, Internet of Things is expected to grow exponentially, and basically, you not just only you have a tablet or a phone that only connect to internet, but you always also have maybe like a washer and dryer, or even like a electronic door lock that you're gonna be connected through internet. So basically what that means is like if you are outside of a country and you want to let someone in, um, to the in go into your door, maybe say like a gardener to go into your door, you would just connect through the wire, connect through internet, and open the door right there for him to actually just go on to the maintenance, and so you don't have to reschedule your time. So obviously we're talking over of a new technology right here. Obviously there's a challenge. So standardization is one of the challenge that they have. Obviously that we're gonna have a new technology that is gonna have all the older technology that we have. So basically that's a must right there. And they're talking about like, because there's a lot of group that's working on this technology, some this technology system, and some of them only working on it individually. So basically, they want to come up with a standard so that every single thing that they work on is compatible to each other, and also making sure that the network will be future proof, so that we won't just toss this technology away because of like non-regulation or not regulated, or uh, not being like a very good software, not being a very good system. And also they're talking about building the infrastructure, because like on 5G is gonna transfer about 10 gigabyte per second, and you obviously need like a advanced fiber optic, or advanced version of fiber optic. So they're talking about like and billions of dollars to just install this new antenna and to install this new um, cord on wires around the world. And obviously, we're talking about a fifth generation, 5G cost and expectation. And they say it's too early to call on any single fifth generation device and service cost, because like given that this might not even come out in another 10 years. And they say like this in 2020s, they say the first commercial network is going to be up and run, but obviously we're looking at this as looking at this year is probably going to be too optimistic, because it's going to be on the next 5 years. But given that we might see that in another 5 years, that would be a very hopeful one. So to let every single one of us have like a to let every single one of us have this technology, we talking about like it's gonna be around 2030s when it hits the public. So every single one of us is gonna be having like this affordable, and it's gonna be have this in like a very good rating. All right. Obviously, this is the fifth generation. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you for everything.